Thank you for joining us today for the virtual Sunday service with the Center for Creative Living. CCL, a charter of the Universal Church of the Master, has served and supported the spiritual needs of its community here in the Bay Area for over 20 years. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Reverend Dr. Ayleen Augustine, and I am the president of the Universal Church of the Master. And it is my distinct pleasure to be doing our introduction this morning. You know, it's interesting how, we can kind of trade hats and be able to support one another. You know, Reverend Annie and I alternate prayers, and occasionally Reverend Dottie and I, if depending on how our schedules are looking, I usually am available to help her out if she's being a very busy lady and doing things to take care of both the church and herself. And sometimes it can be a little bit much to have to do a video. So I'm happy to help out and support her in that. And one of the best things about both UCM and specifically CCL is that spirit of helping one another out when things are a little bit stressed, or, when we need a helping hand. And there's a lot of people who need a helping hand right now. And so I ask that you focus your prayers and your good intentions on all those who are really, really being challenged right now, especially those who are within our own community. If you have a chance to reach out to someone to help out, or even if it's just to say, are you doing okay? Do you need anything? If you feel called to do that, and often Creator will, put that little whisper in our ear, hey, why don't you give this person a call? Because more than likely when you do, that person will say, wow, I was just thinking about you. Or, I was just thinking about reaching out for some help. Or, yeah, I actually do need some help with something. And if you need help, reach out and, let somebody know, because that's what we're here for. We're here to help take care of one another. And during this time, however long it's going to last, we will endure and we will be there and we will make it because of the fact that we are a community and we're there for each other. Now, we've got some exciting things that are going to be coming up. Next week, actually, I will be the speaker, and the talk that I'll be giving will be on August 23rd. And the title of my talk is Life Events Are an Excellent Teacher. Are we being attentive students? Then on August 30th, which is Reverend Dottie's birthday, we're going to be having a wonderful talk from her. And on September 6th, we will be having the topic, Believing You Are Worthy Creates Your Destiny. And that will be by Reverend Joyce C. Brown. Now, our talk for today is from our very own Reverend Corky Whitacre, and it's entitled Negative Thoughts Will Make You Crazy. And I definitely would agree with that. It's all about the stories we tell ourselves. It's about, not so much dealing with what is happening, but how we reframe it in our minds, and whether or not we are going to, head into a downward spiral, or whether we are going to elevate and evolve. So you're really going to enjoy this talk. And as always, we have our amazing Reverend Dr. Janet Childs, who will be providing a musical guided meditation with some absolutely stunning imagery by UCM's Vice President, Reverend Corry Gott. So enjoy and take a breath and let yourself just relax, because for this little bit of time, know that this is just about faith and fellowship. And even if we can't be together physically yet, we are definitely together in spirit. So enjoy the service.
Hi there. Good morning. I'm so excited to be here with you all, and thank you so much for joining us for the Center for Creative Living Sunday celebration. Thank you, Regina, for the wonderful haircut. It's great and so overdue. And I have so much gratitude to all of you who join us every Sunday, and for those of you who may not do the chat, may not make yourselves known, much gratitude to you as well, to people who are sending in their donations and also show up here every Sunday to be in the chat room and to share your love with us and support CCL. Gratitude. Just a reminder now that next week, Dr. Ayleen is going to be speaking, and I don't know what the topic is yet, but it's going to be during her birthday weekend. So let's show her some love for all the work and wonderful attention she gives to us by producing these videos every week. Every week she does then we send in our videos to her, and then she puts them together. Yay! Great job. We appreciate you tremendously. And then the following Sunday, Reverend Dottie Bones is going to be giving her talk, and it's her actual birthday day. And so that's going to be fun. I don't know what she's talking about either. Probably about her birthday or about, I don't know. But whatever it is, I'm sure we're going to be entertained, and we're going to find something inspirational and wonderful to listen to. Now, it seems like we've been ignoring birthdays, but we haven't really. And I would like to, at this point in time, call out everybody that I have on my August list. So I'd like to wish a happy birthday and many beads to Andrew, Smitty, Ronnie, Jessica May, Carolyn Kais, Eileen, Arlene Dean, Maria Vera, Dottie Boone, Laura Marshall, beads. September 6th, let's not forget about our wonderful Joyce C. Brown. Is going to be talking, and her subject is Believing You Are Worthy Creates Your Destiny. That sounds interesting, doesn't it? I'm looking forward to that, just like you are. So please read the CCL Insights. It tells you about what's going to be coming up, about the different speakers. Reverend Tamara Bell has a wonderful corner or article section that she weekly sends articles about astrology, and it's I'm pretty interested in astrology, and her articles are always fun to read. Reverend Joan Stutz is doing a wealth, creating wealth with spiritual principles, which is very informative. Thank you very much, Joan. And then I talk about hypnosis and self, how you feel about yourself. And then Donnie writes every week about some subject of interest. And then also, as far as classes go, there are people that are actually using the center to do Zoom videos. And so John is still doing his Aikido, but via Zoom. And then there's Chris is doing the Monday meditation, and that's every Monday for 8 weeks, and it's from 7:30 to 9. And in the CCL Insights and in the meetup, there's the call in or the dial in or the codes to get yourself into Zoom. And she does chanting and ceremonies and all kinds of stuff that's really interesting. I really so recommend that you check in on it and see what you think, and it might be something that's really inspirational for you. And then there's Sean is doing his sound healing the last Thursday of the month, and I don't know if he's doing it in person or just on Zoom. You might go to Blue Bear Healing and check it out. So that's if you're not receiving the CCL insights, please send a message to Dottie at SafeDottie, SAFEDOTI at AOL.com, and give her your email address. I guess she'll have your email address if you email her. Anyway, and say that you're not getting the CCL insights and you'd like to put on the distribution list, and I'll do that. Okay, so my talk today is about negative thoughts will make you crazy. Now, the word crazy is offensive to some people, but I don't mean it in the clinical sense. I have a whole different history of the word crazy. So my grandmother had she was a beautician, and she had a beauty shop in Ventura, California, and also she worked as the beautician for Camarillo State Psychiatric Hospital. And so her feeling, she always said, the only difference between us and them is that they got caught. Which makes me feel like, we're all a little crazy, and it's just a matter of, don't be so obvious that you get caught. And so maybe that's really skewed my idea of what crazy is, but it also gives me the idea that everybody is crazy. And I just wanted to share with you my grandmother's favorite joke about crazy. So perhaps you've heard this, but you're not going to be able to stop me, so I'm going to go ahead and tell it. So this guy was driving down the road, and he got a flat tire, and he pulled over right by this chain link fence that on the other side was the psychiatric hospital. And so people kind of gathered around, there's something interesting for them to look at. So he changes his tire. And then somewhere, the hubcap that he put the lug nuts in is missing. Who knows where it went. And so one of the guys says, hey, if you take the one lug nut off of each of your tires, then each tire will have 3 lug nuts, and you'll be good to go. And so the guy says, that's really smart. Well, if you're so smart, how come you're in here, in the loony bin here, in the psychiatric hospital? And he says, well, I'm crazy. I'm not stupid. So, which leads me to believe that everybody's a little crazy. That you don't have to be stupid to be crazy. People do have kind of a misconception of that. But just like everybody's a little bit crazy, I think everybody's a little bit prone to depression. And so in my talk about thinking negative thoughts will make you crazy, what I'm really talking about is kind of depression. So, everybody knows I love hypnosis, because whatever it is you want to start or you want to stop, you can do it with hypnosis. And it's all up to you. And the best news about the trance state, the hypnotic trance state, is that you already are the master of the hypnotic trance state, of your hypnotic trance state. Look at all those times you think of the past. Every time you think of the past, you're going into a trance state. Anytime you're daydreaming, you're in a trance state. Anytime you're washing the dishes, and you don't, and you're doing it by rote, you just are, you're in a trance state. When you're running, and you're not thinking about your running, you're just daydreaming, you're in a trance state. When you're driving, and you lose track of where you're in a trance state. And then I can remember having to read and reread sentences. I'd be studying, and then all of a sudden I'd realize, I don't know what that sentence, I'd kind of twist myself in what I just read. It's like, I have no idea. And so I'd reread it again, and if I wasn't careful, I would, at the end I'd go, I still don't know. Or, how many times at CCL did I walk into a room and go, I don't know what I'm here for? So I'd go back into the other room. I remember what I was supposed to get, and then I'd walk back, and then I'd forget by the time I got there. It's crazy making, right? And so, do you find yourself thinking or behaving or feeling in ways that aren't pleasant or don't help you? And especially if you keep doing them even though you don't want to. Now, I have a lot of clients that talk about this, and I think we all have behaviors and emotions. I sometimes find myself just bursting into tears for no apparent reason, and I don't know what triggered it. I don't know. It's just like I feel worthless, and I feel that the world would be better off without me. And I think everybody goes through that. And it doesn't last very long, fortunately, but it does happen. Something has triggered it. It could be a drop in sugar level, and it could be a chemical reaction in my body that I'm responding to something in the air. I don't know what it is, but I do respond to it, and so that's and when you pay attention, sometimes it'd be good to just pay attention, but and when you pay attention, you can figure out what it is that you're responding to. Is it driving by a certain house, seeing a certain car, a certain color? Somebody says something that triggers something for you. It can be any number of things. It can be something from when your mother died, or when you broke up, when somebody made fun of you, or when you were bullied, or whatever it is. You can change that. You can. These are all times you're using your own power of trance, whether it's for the happy moments or the sad moments. Once you realize that your mind goes into the trance state anyway, with or without you wanting it to, it makes learning how to engage with it and redirect it so much more of a possibility. You can really be in charge of your own feelings, of your own mind, of your own reactions. You can change the emotional triggers your unconscious mind's been using it on you ever since your childhood. Don't climb up a tree, you might hurt yourself. Don't stay out late, you might get hurt. And then don't walk out. There's just so many things that we've been told, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that, and because of the terrible circumstances. And so those are all hypnotic, where your parents have given you post-hypnotic suggestions. And so a lot of, when people come to see me, some of it has to do with dehypnotizing them. And so that you can do that yourself. Or, I'd be happy to help. Anyway, but trance states are when the boundary between conscious and unconscious attention gets blurred. Changing the triggers or the emotional and behavioral auto responses doesn't change the reality of an event, but it can make a massive difference to how you feel and how you think about an event. So it's like if you're afraid of public speaking. Okay, so the trigger is that you have an event where you're going to be speaking in public. Now, you can either fall victim to that and have your reaction to it and make yourself crazy, throw up, make yourself sick, whatever it is that you do, or just somehow muscle your way through it. Or you can think of this as a wonderful opportunity to speak to people that need to hear your message, and go out and be a fantastic speaker, or at least where people can understand what you're saying and believe in what you're doing. But you are the one that has to make that commitment. And so here's say for instance, you want to stop being affected by stress and depression. and start feeling better and more alive during this time in the world. Okay. So just like you can change your trigger by making it a positive experience when you're watching the news. You know, every time you notice yourself starting to worry or feel depressed, like about the news, know you've just been triggered. Okay, so let's see this. So you're watching the news, and what do? And your subconscious mind has created a feeling for the news. You hear a certain name or a certain set of circumstances, and how do you move your body? Do that enough times, and you've created a post-hypnotic trigger for the rest of your life, or until you change it. So, do you cringe? Do you feel depressed? Do you slump down in your chair? Do you feel broken and disturbed? What is it you do, and how is it you feel when you watch the news? Do you expect it to be bad, and you're just waiting for the other shoe to drop, or whatever it is? Well, why don't you change that? Like, you can stop watching the news, I challenge you to start thinking about encounters and experiences that you've had in the past that made you feel calm and happy. This is one of those times that I endorse actively thinking about the past and bringing it forward. So give your subconscious mind some kinetic reaction, as well as emotional clue as to how it's supposed to react. So in other words, what you're going to do is the news comes on and you can smile, or you can act in a move your body like, I am so glad that it's here. I really like that news person, and I believe in them, and I trust them, and I know that whatever it is, this too can change, and look forward to actively think about how you want things to change, and to do an affirmation. Oh, thank you for letting me know, because now I know how to change this. Thank you so much for keeping me informed, so that I know what to put in my prayers. Thank you so much for letting me know what I need to watch out for. There's all kinds of ways that you could turn this around. And basically, you need to take deep breaths and hold it. Because what happens when you breathe deeply is that makes your heart pump. And then when you exhale, it relaxes. And so it synchronizes your heart with your brain when you breathe deeply. And then exhale. So as you do it slowly, then your heart begins to relax. And your brain begins to relax. And then you can think better. Everything flows better. You're going to live longer because you're not overstressing your body. And then your body starts producing endorphins. And then you feel more calm by acting like you're, doing the deep breathing. It puts you in a nice trance, relaxed, calm environment for your whole body, and it's really good for you. And when you're stressing and that kind of thing, that's not good for you. That's not good for your body, not good for your emotional state, not good for your spiritual state. It's not good for anything that's going on. Not good for when you talk to your friends. It's not good at all. So what you're going to do is you need to retrain your subconscious mind and creating a new trigger. When you are watching the news, instead of slumping in your chair and fearing the worst and actively seeing yourself in the street, or however it reacts for you, how you react to it, change it. You are the only one who can change these things for you. So, when you get triggered, immediately take in several really deep breaths. Hold it. And then feel your body moving as you inhale deeply, and then you slowly exhale. And feel your body moving as you exhale. Imagine being on the beach, watching the dolphins, breathing in the wonderful sea, ocean air, hearing the waves slapping against the sand. Feel the breeze, the nice cool breeze on your body. Feel the sand. And then feel calm. Relax. Relax your entire body. Anytime you do this, you're telling your body, when I hear that, this is the way I want to feel. And do it. And feel it. You are the one in charge of your mind. You can pretend it's your parents, your teachers, the bully, the abusive mate, whatever your set of circumstances is. And look at how many people are abused. Abused once, they leave. How many single moms are working and going to school? How many, and raising a child on their own, and still their child is taken care of, they're taken care of. And they do it. And so you can do it too. I mean, it's interesting to think that the same set of circumstances, and one person survives it and the other person doesn't. It's kind of like Frankel's book about being in the concentration camp, and he could watch people coming in and tell who were going to survive and who weren't, just by their attitudes and about how they, people that were very unable, that were unable to immediately cowered and all that kind of stuff, they didn't make it. Or the people that were overly aggressive, they didn't make it. It's a mindset. It's what's going to trigger you, and is the trigger, and is the reaction to the trigger going to help you, or is it going to be a hindrance to you? What's going to happen here? So if you feel like everybody and everything is against you, they will be until you change your mind. And hypnosis can help you do that, but it's still you that makes it happen. You're still the one. You're the one in charge. So, what are you going to do? Well, I hope that you can make things happen for you that are good for you. And I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to have you call me and we could chat. I'm not seeing clients right now, but you know what? I'd love to talk to you anyway. And we can, just talk it on the phone. Sometimes helps. So, give us a call. And have a wonderful day. And thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.
Turn, turn, turn around. We are never ever alone. Turn, turn, turn around. Call the past and lay it down. The change in the view of our lifetime road will follow us forever until we grow. chambers of your heart. Turn, turn, turn around. Here is the doorway for hope to start. It's never too late to dream the dream. It's never too early to alter the sea. Breathe in, breathe out. We are rising without a doubt. Cradle the container for the revelation. Move through the ley lines of our transformation. Cradle the container of the revelation. Move through the ley lines of our transformation. Turn, turn, turn around. Live in this moment, holy and found. Turn, turn, turn around. Live your life fully in the up and down, in the up and down, holy and found, in the up and down, holy and found. And feel your life turning around. You are seeing new ways, new dreams, new hopes that you never thought possible. The flame has been lit. All you need to do is turn. Turn around into yourself. Gaze upon the mirror of the world. Turn, 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 turn around. Turn, turn, turn around. We are never ever alone. Turn, turn, turn around. Call the past and lay it down. Call the past and lay it down. Breathe in, breathe out. We are rising without a doubt. Turn, turn, turn around. The echo chambers of your heart. Turn, turn, turn around. Open this doorway and hope will start. It's never too late to dream the dream. It is never too early to alter the scene. Turn, turn, turn around. Live in this moment, holy and found. Turn, turn, turn around. Live your life fully in the up and down. Live your life holy and found. Turn, turn, turn around. Turn, turn, turn around.
Thank you for joining us for this celebration of faith and fellowship. We'll be back next Sunday, and for those of you, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can leave them in the comments section. If you appreciate this video and the work that the Center for Creative Living is doing, please press like on the video. You can share the video, and also please subscribe, because that will help this community and the church grow. Remember, in these difficult and challenging times, the opportunity to give and support an organization that has done so much for the community is tremendously important. Please help the Center for Creative Living continue in the wonderful work that it does. We will make it through this. We will be stronger for it. Our faith will carry us. Be blessed, be safe, and have a wonderful week.